But because United fans have depth, we are very interested in how this club is running, the financial situation, and this is a very significant update. So TeamViewer, the shirt sponsor, who pay us, what someone in the chat will know, is it something like £45 million a year, or is it £60 million a year, or maybe it's more than that? It's a lot of money. They pay us a lot of money. They've wanted out for a long time. Same thing happened with Chevrolet. Like, Chevrolet did the deal with us, and they weren't happy with that deal either. TeamViewer, not happy with the deal. So they want out, and now it's been officially announced that Manchester United are happy for that deal to end early once they found a new sponsor. Now, it's expected that TeamViewer, it's £47 million a year, thank you to Scott and Rory, 235 million over 5 years, says Bear. So they want out. United agree they can go out. It's expected that TeamViewer will be our sponsor for the rest of the season, because obviously new kits, you're not going to get a new sponsor on your kit in January, so they'll see it out for this season. There's an expectation that they might have to do next season, and I would actually sit here and say they probably will, because as much as United have said they can go, you're not going to say goodbye to £47 million next season when you can only find someone who'll give you 25. I don't know that we've got people queuing up to put their shirt sponsor on our shirt anymore. I really don't know. And I suspect not under a Glazer regime. Keegan, thank you very much and welcome to the Members Club. So there's a few people saying, well, you know, the sponsor wants out, we're going to be playing in blank shirts, we're not going to buy anyone in January. I don't think it means that we've got any problems in January. We have got a cash crisis, but that's happening anyway. There are sponsors backing out of United. They don't want to back United anymore. We spent stupid money in the summer. We overspent. We need to build a stadium. We need infrastructure. We need to buy players. We want to get rid of players that we paid £80 million for, £50 million for, £74 million for. You know, I'm not saying we're trying to get rid of those distinct players, but we've got players on hundreds of thousands of pounds a week that we need to get rid of. We've got a cash flow crisis. We haven't got enough money. That is why we're up for sale. That is not to do with the team sponsor. I think that TeamViewer's deal is very good for Manchester United over 5 years. I also think that what United are trying to do here is they're trying to say, look, TeamViewer can go because we think we can get a better deal. I've even heard things like, well, the TeamViewer deal was sorted out during a pandemic. We think we can get more money now. Well, look, if somebody comes in and says, we'll give you 60 million a year to put your name on your shirt, it's brilliant for United. It's brilliant because, all right, the TeamViewer deals for 5 years. They've given us a couple of years at 47 million. We renegotiate a better deal. And that's what they're gambling on. I know that for a fact. United actually think this is great because, all right, we've got a guaranteed 250 million or whatever over 5 years. But if we can get out 2 or 3 years early and get someone who'll give us 50 million, we're making more money. So that's United's stance. And they're probably in a good position, actually. You know, they probably are because they're like, well, if we can't find anyone, we're sticking with you. But if we can find someone, we'll let you go early. The terms of the contract are the terms of the contract. And I think some people are misconstruing it. TeamViewer want out. Publicly, they want out. But they've already signed the deal with United for 5 years. What United have said is, well, there's no point in you sponsoring us if you don't want to do it. We'll let you go early if we can find a replacement that we want. And you know, they can't just pull out. So I think it's big news that a sponsor doesn't want to sponsor Manchester United. You know, it's not a good look. You know, I've seen some of the stuff on social media, and to be honest, it's probably correct. You know, people are taking the piss. Even your sponsors want out, but doesn't mean another sponsor won't come in. It could work for Manchester United's benefit. And what I would say is that it's not like the fan base wants out. We're one of the most supported clubs in the world. As I said, there won't be a shortage of sponsors that want to sponsor Manchester United. The reason people don't want to sponsor Man United at the moment is because the club is rotting, rusting, decaying, whatever you want to say. You don't want to stick your brand on the front of a shirt that's got players that aren't good enough and aren't performing. You know, we've just had our worst ever Premier League season. I understand TeamViewer's issue. Like, they put a lot of money into Manchester United and we've been shite in the first year that they were our sponsor. So, but Ten Hag is a different from last year, and a new owner is different than the Glazers. So suddenly that space on my chest, if I'm wearing a Man United shirt, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. So that, I think, is what Manchester United are gambling on. And I paint a picture here. TeamViewer can't just walk away. They've got to keep giving us the money. United have said, if we can find a sponsor, you can go. And I think what United are thinking is, Ten Hag continues to build the team, new owners come in, loads of positivity, a brand comes in and says, I'll put your name on the shirt. And you go, bye-bye TeamViewer, we've got a better deal. Or, and I'm going to send you into meltdown now, Amazon buyers, and you just put Prime on the front of your shirt. Or Apple, and you just put an apple on it. Maybe we get bought by a corporation who just puts that on the shirt. So, you know, I mean, look, that might be pie in the sky talk, but I have put an offer in. I have put an offer in. United Stand is happy to sponsor for a couple of grand a month. We're waiting to hear back. Durex Mart, we're run by dickheads, says Paul Woolley. But look, yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens, but I don't think it's the end of the world, and I don't think it impacts on the January transfer window, because how can it? We've still got this season and maybe next season with TeamViewer, and they'll have to pay us £47 million every year they do it. So I think United will stick with TeamViewer until they get a deal that's better, and TeamViewer might get locked into a deal that they don't want to be in. So not too concerned about that, if I'm absolutely honest. Which brings us on to the January transfer window. All the love from Romania, says Pawn. All the love all around the world. Thanks everyone watching.